So now that we see how the money's moving out of education and into the workforce pipeline, it's time that we meet the people who are waiting on the other end, the corporate middlemen, the unofficial fourth branch of government. These aren't elected officials. They're not teachers. They're not government employees. They're private training vendors, manufacturing consortia, regional workforce boards, and nonprofit institutes built to channel public money into industry-led programs. They sit in a gray zone. They're not public enough for real transparency, and they're not private enough to lose access to taxpayer money. The Advanced Robotics Manufacturing Institute, known simply as the ARM Institute, launched with $80 million from the United States Department of Defense, plus $173 million in matching money from industry and universities. So that's $250 million flowing into a single consortium under the label of workforce development. Then you have tooling U-SME, which sits inside national efforts like a program called America's Cutting Edge. That federal initiative invests $46 million into training workers for advanced manufacturing. Tooling U-SME also receives state-forced training contracts ranging from a few $100,000 to several $1 million at a time. Then there's MedCerts, a for-profit training vendor that's plugged directly into the United States Department of Defense's tuition assistance program for military spouses. That funding's worth $74 million every year. State job training agencies, regional career centers, and federally supported workforce programs that distribute more than $3 billion annually for job training. These aren't one-time grants. These are continuous revenue streams, thousands of checks year after year flowing through the same pipeline. These organizations evolved to thrive inside government funding systems. They don't need to produce strong results. They don't need high job placement numbers. They don't even need public support. They just need to remain inside the pipeline. The structure does the rest. Investigations, including one by the Heisinger Report, reported that many publicly funded training vendors, including MedCerts, place only 20 to 40% of their students into actual jobs. That means 60 to 80% of these people who complete the training don't get hired into their field, and the programs keep getting funded anyway. There's no accountability, no performance check, just renewal. Once a group becomes part of the system, removing them is almost impossible. Because the state agencies rely on familiar partners, federal budgets renew automatically, and the grant systems reward whoever's already inside. You don't need to influence anyone. You don't need political donations. The structure itself protects you. We all believe that education dollars are supporting students. But once that money gets relabeled as workforce development, it enters a parallel universe run by private middlemen that none of us voted for. Nobody oversees and no one can remove. It's not a partnership. It's privatization disguised as policy.